Good morning, children. Today we are starting Unit 4 and chapter Respiration. In this unit, one chapter photosynthesis we have already completed, and today we are starting with the chapter Respiration. So, first of all, we should know what is respiration. So, respiration is actually the process of breakdown of food. It is a biochemical process of breakdown of food and release of energy. Okay, so breakdown of food takes place with the help of oxygen. It is the process of oxidation of food. Biochemical process of oxidation of food. Breakdown means oxidation. That means in this process energy is released. So now first of all we are to compare the photosynthesis with the respiration. That in photosynthesis actually the solar energy was converted into the chemical energy, and that chemical energy was stored in the food. Okay, now the energy which is stored in the food is to be released, and for what purpose it is to be released? For once the food is being obtained by all other organism, so that that energy will be utilized. Now one thing I want to tell you, that actually we take two things from the environment. Number one, first of all we breathe, and we take oxygen by the process of breathing, and similarly the food is also obtained by the living organism for getting energy. So the question arises that from where do the food is being obtained? So the green plants or the cyanobacteria, blue green algae, where do the chlorophyll is present? So living organism like plants, like green plants, can prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. All other animals which are heterotrophs, those who cannot prepare their food, they obtain food from the green plants only. Okay, so for obtaining energy we need oxygen which we take by the process of breathing, and we take food which is being prepared by the green plants. These two raw material are required, and both the raw material are actually prepared by the green plants by the process of photosynthesis, that is oxygen and that is food. Now the question arises that all living organism, do they breathe, or do they breathe, or do they have breathing apparatus? So it is not compulsory to have the breathing apparatus. All complex organism or higher animals, they breathe, but lower forms of animals, their simple process of diffusion takes place, by which the exchange of gases takes place. Carbon dioxide diffuse out and oxygen diffuse into the body. That means the basic thing is that living organism need oxygen. Now one more thing, that respiration is actually a universal process, and it takes place from the very simple prokaryotic cell bacteria to the very complex organism like the very highest plant of the animal plant kingdom, angiosperms, and have a highest class of the animal kingdom. All complex organism, all mammals, every living organism has to respire, and respiration is actually the day night process. It is a from the birth till death, the respiration is a compulsory process, but photosynthesis takes place only in the green plants, and it takes place at daytime only. So this is one thing, that photosynthesis is again a very compulsory process, but it takes place in green plants, by which oxygen and food is prepared. But respiration is a compulsory universal process. It takes place in plants and animals, in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and it is a day night process. Okay, and it is a very compulsory process by which the oxidation of food takes place and energy is released. Now again one more difference is that in photosynthesis actually the energy is synthesized, solar energy is converted into chemical energy. But in respiration the energy stored in the food is released, and that released energy is stored in the form of ATP, that is energy currency of the cell. Now the energy is actually stored in the food in the C-C bond. That energy is released, and that energy is stored in the form of ATP. And whenever the energy is required for various life processes like movement, like digestion, like respiration, excretion, reproduction, for any of the metabolism of the body, then this energy ATP converts into ADP, and then energy requirement of the organism is fulfilled. So this is one thing how we can say that respiration is a biochemical process of breakdown of food and release of energy. So saprotrophs are also there, which obtain their food from dead and decaying matter. Heterotrophs are there, which obtain their food from all other green plants, and green plants are only there which can prepare the food, and food obtained from the green plants and oxygen obtained from the green plant is used in the process of respiration. This is the concluding one. Now here it is coming that do the plants also breathe? Yes, plants breathe by the simple process of gaseous exchange. Actually they possess tiny pores in their leaves which are called as stomatas, and in their hard part like the woody stems and roots they possess the lenticel. So stomatas, you know that they are present on the epidermis of the leaf and they help in the process of gaseous exchange. So what is lenticel? Lenticels are actually the loose parenchymatous cells which are present on the superficial layers of the woody plants of the plant, like the old roots and the stem. When they are young they even also possess the stomata. Now the question is that what is the difference of requirement of oxygen and food in the plants? Now plants prepare their own food. Number one thing, they don't take food from any other source, rather they prepare. They are the only source where the food is prepared, but the animals obtain their food from the plants. Second thing is that difference of respiration in plants and animals, that the metabolic rate of the animal, because there is the movement is there, so and the metabolism are very fast, so that the need of oxygen is more in animals in comparison to the plants. In plants, as there is no movement, their metabolism in root, stem and leaf is quite slow, so that the less oxygen is required. Number one thing. Second is that the transport to the long distance in plant is not required, but in the case of animal the transport of gases to the long distance is required. Because once suppose we take the example of human being, suppose we take oxygen through our nose and that get filled into the alveolar sac in our lungs. From the alveolar sac the diffusion of gases takes place, and that oxygen is to be transported to each and every cell of our body, so that long distance of oxygen transport and carbon dioxide transport takes place in animals. But in case of plants, long distance transport of gases is not required, because the cells are superficial. The cells which are present in the core of the plant, they are dead cell and they form the core of the plant, but the cells which are living, they are present at the superficial parts. And as I was telling you that leaves possess the stomata, and in the roots and the stem the lenticels, the loose parenchymatous cells are there, through which the exchange of gases takes place. Okay, so that the long transport of gases is not much required and less oxygen is required, and oxygen is, you know, mainly produced in the process of photosynthesis. So in the photosynthesis, when the metabolism rate is high, at that time oxygen need is also fulfilled. So that means the plant fulfill their own need by the simple processes and they take care of their own needs of food and oxygen. But plants, the animals depends on plants for the requirement of food also, and the metabolism is very high in case of animals, and the long distance transport of gases is also required, so that the requirement of energy is more in case of animals in comparison to the plants, and plants prepare their own food. Now one more thing is that what is actually the mechanism of respiration is there. As we always explain the respiration, that expiration is actually the breakdown of food and release of energy. Food is actually stored in the plants in the form of glucose, in the form of starch, in the form of other carbohydrates. Okay, but all these are actually act as respiratory substrate in the case of respiration. And in respiration, these are not only the substrate, the protein, the fat and organic acid are also act as respiratory substrate. From that also the energy is obtained, but the carbohydrate is the main substrate for the process of respiration. Now how do the process of breakdown of food takes place? So it is a very complex process and it takes place in many steps, because release of energy ATP from one molecule of glucose, the 36 ATP molecules are formed, but they are not formed in single step. There is a step-wise release of energy takes place. And how do the oxidation or breakdown of food takes place? With the help of oxygen. And how do the energy is released stepwise? That is actually called as mechanism of photosynthesis, which we will be discussing in the next class. Thank you.